This is the talkSPORT Premier League fixture of the weekend. The scarves are off, where every Thursday we choose one of the big weekend fixtures, but a fan from each side, head-to-head of the game. Introducing the home corner tonight from North London, it's Rory Talks Football, host of the Back Post podcast. Rory, good evening.
Evening, Rory.
Oh, he looks nervous. Look at him.
Guys.
Oh, he looks nervous. He looks worried.
Very nervous.
Rory, you look nervous, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
And now time to introduce our next contestant. Yes, in the away corner, live from West London, it's Don CFC. Don, up the Chelsea.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Don. Oh, look how comfortable and confident Don looks in comparison with Rory. A man of composure there. Okay, boys, let's get straight into it. Let's start with you, Rory. That Arsenal won their last 3 home games against Chelsea. You've got our number, no doubt about this. You must go into this pretty confident.
Yeah, pretty confident. It's the last time you beat us was you had Lukaku up front in 2021.
Yeah.
We had.
Was that the year we won the Champions League that year?
I forget, unfortunately, but you had Lukaku up front. And that was it. You've not beat us since.
Yeah,
so yeah, and even this year, I mean, even within the last month, we've beaten you twice, home and away. Yeah. So yeah,
should be easy then, shouldn't it?
Confident.
Should be easy.
That was Lampard actually. That was Lampard, not Tuchel. That was Lampard that did that, right? At your Grand Rory, that game with Lukaku.
Oh, I can't remember who. Possibly.
I think the manager was
Lampard.
Then, I think then Tuchel came in after during the season. Yeah.
Don,
long time ago.
Don, look, he's right. We haven't beaten them for a while. It's this reminds me a little bit like the mid to late 2000s where we would do that to Arsenal. They're doing that to us.
100%, man. I grew up on Drogba, the Arsenal slayer. Every game against Arsenal, I knew I was going to leave with something with Drogba. Hazard as well. But recently, we just can't get a dub on these guys. It's a mentality block. We always have key players out before we play them. You know what I mean? They always have something over us. Last season, it was a set piece at the Emirates. This time round, we're not, defending corners well. I'm not confident right now because Chelsea are just very unpredictable. And I don't really know who's going to be available. Esteval might not be there. Our bench is quite weak at the minute, Rory. So we're basically depending on our starting 11 to have a good game. And Cole Palmer, when it comes to the Emirates, he tends to not be there. You know what I mean? So I hope he's there because we need a big game from him. I thought he was poor last week. You know what I mean? So this weekend, we need him to bounce back and show us that he's a world-class player that a lot of us say that he is.
Can you only think back to Drogba? I mean, Chelsea haven't got anyone like Drogba now.
No.
Well, Drogba could turn a clearance into a goal. He'd race in between 2 centre-backs and turn it into a goal. If you didn't cross the ball, he'd go mental. If you didn't hit long balls over the top for him, he'd go mad. He could score any type of goal. And he could win you the game when you're playing bad.
He's a distant memory.
So I just think all the money that Chelsea have spent, I mean, if you sold all them players now, how much would you get back?
Don't know, Dino.
And you haven't got a centre forward that's like top notch.
No, we're not buying players that are ready made. But talking about centre forwards, Rory, Gyökeres, he played really well against Spurs, but I don't know how much I can take from that because Spurs are terrible. But
Spurs are Spurs. Yeah, you can't take much from Spurs. But no, this is a big game for him, I think, because he now leads the way in terms of all of those big striker signings over the summer. He's got more goals than all of them in all comps this season, which is great. But I think the one question mark is, can he do it against the bigger and better teams? And this would be a great time to show that he can. I'd also like Kai Havertz back for this game because he's been a bit of a Chelsea slayer since he left you. Kind of seems to absolutely hate you. So between the two of them, it should be fun.
Don?
Yeah, listen, he's right. Havertz, he seems to, really love this fixture at the minute. I think the way he left the club, a lot of Chelsea fans troll him online and he gives it back. It's part of the game, end of the day. But we need João Pedro to turn up because he's been scoring a lot of goals recently. The last game we went there to the Emirates, he had a very good game. He was one of the players that deserved to leave with something. So I'm expecting a similar sort of game from him. Like I said, we need Palmer behind him. Or if Palmer plays off the right, Enzo in the middle with Santos and Caicedo, balance that midfield, make sure that we can actually boss the game, right? And then we go from there. We need to attack Arsenal. If we sit back, we ain't going to win. We ain't going to win this game. We need to score first. We haven't scored there since we finished 12th, right? And that was Madueke. You know what I mean? So we need to make sure that we turn up, man.
I've got. I'm being honest here, right? I think Arsenal are going to pace Chelsea.
Pasting.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be a...
Look, we're not Spurs, all right? So don't...
No,
we're not Spurs.
I just think they're just too good.
They're not... Well, look, they played the league game. They couldn't beat us for 10 minutes, Stamford Bridge. We had 10 men for an hour.
I know, but I just think when it matters, coming up now, they've got the bench. You look at the bench.
Look, there's the reason they're top of the table. I understand all of that. They are a side that's been built for this moment. It does feel like it's their time. But Rory, you lot are going to be so unbearable, mate. You're unbearable now. You haven't even won anything.
Yeah, I heard you say that earlier.
Yeah,
as well.
unbearable. A lot of you.
I don't know what we've done wrong.
Well,
we're just minding our own business, trying to get through life.
You gooners do not mind your own business. That's something you definitely do not do.
That's all I'm trying to do. Just get on with them. I've been enjoying not talking about football this week. It's nice to have a midweek off, But we get dragged out to defend our club, and everyone's coming at us from left, right, and centre.
Why do you think that is?
I couldn't tell you.
Have a guess.
Honestly.
Just have a wild guess.
Honestly,
go on.
It's just.
No, have a wild guess. I'll tell you what, Don. Don, you tell him why all clubs are gunning for Arsenal. Are going for Arsenal. That don't want them to win the title. You tell him.
Listen, all of us, man. I saw Liverpool come to the Emirates. They could have got something. Wolves nearly got something if it wasn't for those own goals, Rory. You know what I mean? There's been a few teams. United managed to get something. We need to attack. Have that mentality that we can beat these guys. Because I've been to the Emirates and the Ashburton army ain't scary, mate. Right?
Yeah, but they
get quiet after a little bit over there.
Yeah, but you came about 3 weeks ago, and you had to win, and you turned up and decided to play with no wingers.
Yeah, well, listen, I've been saying a few things. I think there's a few witch doctors that work for your club. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have Esteval, we didn't have Palmer that could have started the game. Neto wasn't there, Reece wasn't there. We had to play what we did. His hands were tied. We never have our players against Arsenal. So we need guys fit this weekend.
Palmer has a habit of ducking the game, doesn't he?
He does. He does.
Don, if you're the manager, imagine you're the manager at Chelsea. Give us the players, the plan you've got for the players to beat Arsenal. Give us your team talk. How are you going to beat Arsenal?
You need to make sure that you're controlling that midfield first of all, right? You need to make sure that you're quiet in that crowd. Make sure that the fans are quiet in there. Score that goal first. Because I've seen the Emirates when people score first over there. They get real jittery, right? Your attack, okay, it did really well against Spurs, but it's not an attack that I'm looking at like a Man City. You know what I mean? I think from the set pieces, you're dangerous there. But if we score first, it's all about your mentality, Rory. How are you going to bounce back? Because once Chelsea get into their rhythm, the patterns through that midfield are nice, man. Yeah, Santos has really helped us. We're playing some good football there with Santos, but it's just the moments that keep letting Chelsea down. The last game, Santos, we're about to win the game. He falls asleep in the box, right? These are just basic things that Arsenal don't do. 19 points conceded, from winning positions.
Your team talks, Don, your team talks going haywire.
So look, I need to.
It's all right.
Yeah, they need to mature themselves this weekend, because last week I thought was really unprofessional. I'm seeing Gusto making no look passes. I'm seeing Palmer trying to do trying to put it through people's legs time and time again. Wrong decision making. We need to be really professional this weekend, man, because you won't beat Arsenal if you're trying to mess about. If you fall asleep, Arsenal will just beat you and they'll walk all over you.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. This is going to be a tough game. I go there with my eyes wide open. Rory, prediction, please, bud.
I will go with a solid 2-0 win. Comfortable.
Okay. Don?
I'm going to say 1-1.
Okay. Oh. Right. It was 1-1 at the Stamford Bridge.
Can't even back a win.
Just saying, it's 1-1.
What do you think, Jace?
I'll take a draw, mate. Honestly, I'm under no illusions about where we are and who Arsenal are. So I'm taking the draw.
What do you mean you're taking the draw?
I'm taking a draw.
Right, what do you think the score's going to be?
Oh, I'll go with Don, 1-1.
You think it's going to be a draw?
No, I hope it's going to be a draw.
But the thing is, Jace, because you're saying that, it's going to feel better if we win the game.
Yeah, I'm a realist. I don't think we can. I don't think we are capable of beating them at their place. I'll be honest with that.
Yeah, but I'll be very surprised. Very surprised.
Yeah. Boys, thanks for joining us.
Lads.
I hope you have a terrible weekend, Raw.
Cheers, you too.
Good. I like that team talk, Don.
Cheers, Don.
See you guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, boys. Don't forget, Sam Matterface, Scotty Minto, Mickey Graham, Perry Groves bring you all the goals as they go in the Premier League on Sunday with Game Day Live at 1:30, including the big one as Arsenal take on Chelsea at 4:30. That was our weekly feature. The scarves are off. Thanks to talkSPORT Bet. Terms and conditions apply. 18+. BeGambleAware.org.